top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. The Red Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Boston College's offense will take the field first. They sure hope that dynamic rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's Richard. Finding an escape route. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Boston College right back to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Makes the grab on the big throw. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. He'll do it himself. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run from the shotgun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Golden Eagles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Watson. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Eagles. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas Tech's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch is brought in at the 43. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Runs through a tackle.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Unloads quickly. Runs through the tackle. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Punt is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his man in the middle. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. Makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking for space. It's Watson. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big...
Breaks into the open. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Boston College wants to play fast.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
He wants to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. Collins. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Green. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Got the back over the middle. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. They're facing a third down. They'll run play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. And the Red Raiders have this offense rolling. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now on second down. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Connection to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Now they'll run the draw. Quick spin on the ride. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air, it's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. He'll keep it on the sneak. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. To the air on first down. Going for 6. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land. They're up by 4 over New Mexico. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Boston College right back to the line.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read.
It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Well, the offense turns it over.
Leaves it with the back. Got room on the return. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Red Raiders are threatening in the red zone. Motion from the wideout. Caught in the backfield. It's Jones. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Off play action. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Hammond. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Slams it ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They lost ground on first down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Nice move. Oh, he's still got more. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. On the ground, it's Richard. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And the Golden Eagles want to crank the tempo. To the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quick strike complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Boston College!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Green. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes a guy miss and finally brought down at about the 25. The Red Raiders with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man, it's Hammond. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you can see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Hunt is on its way. Here's the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line, where the offense will set up shop.
Boston College Eagles will take over. 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wants to go up top on first down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Penn. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Penn. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Trying to rumble in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. Here comes the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Snagged in the middle. It's Jones. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Under fire. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Makes the grab. It's Hudson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Bringing the heat. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Here's the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. And they'll get him down. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That's caught. It's Harris. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half.
Texas Tech, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. On the move, he fires. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jones. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Trying to bully their way in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Oh, and he missed it. No good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit, still a 10-point game. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Takes the handoff. It's Richard. There he goes. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He wants to throw it again. Nice move to keep running. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Boston College wants to play fast. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Catch in the middle, it's Bolden. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Hammond. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over.
Turning it on. That's reeled in, it's Jones. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants it all. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up by 32 over New Mexico. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Smart, patient, great vision, uses all of it. To the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Golden Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting 1st downs. To do that, you got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
This Boston College offense has it working. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Sweet cut there. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to
Touchdown, Boston College. And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing. Defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. They march 79 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Lost one deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. On target over the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They're going back to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Red Raiders can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Got his man quickly. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. To the air, it's Hammond. It's complete to the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on third and breaks into the open. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's second and 12. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Red Raiders line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He caught it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Texas Tech, 28.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the...
And your Boston College Eagles will take over. First and 10.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And the Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's second and 7. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Boston College right back to the line.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Plows through the defense. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Boston College needing a fourth down conversion. He got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Touchdown, Boston College! Fitted in the window for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Texas Tech, 28.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking for a man. It's Hammond. A little screen to the running back. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Red Raiders have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Finds his back in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he had it, the deep ball. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you...
Fires one high and deep. Touchdown, Eagles! And the stomping has commenced. That leads a little more comfortable.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To the air, it's Hammond. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Red Raiders with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He's got him in the flat. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Makes it past the marker. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, better look out. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.